I'm going to be honest for a second and say that getting views online is the really easy part of the process. What's harder is turning those views into actual results, into leads, into conversations, and into paying customers. And if you're making content to grow your business, not just your follower count, then views without sales is a massive problem. You've probably felt this before. You post a video, it gets a decent reach, a few likes and a couple of comments, and on paper it's performing, but behind the scenes, your calendar is still empty, your pipeline's still quiet, and your bank account is bone dry, and you're left wondering, what the heck's missing? I just want to take a moment to say that I have seen this play out with hundreds of creators. They are doing everything right, posting regularly, showing up, sharing value, but the results just don't translate into revenue. Now, it's not because your content isn't good, it's because it's just not been designed to sell. And there's a really big difference between content that performs and content that actually converts customers. Over the last 10 years, I've created content that's driven over 65 million views for my own brand, helped more than 400 businesses generate over 200 million views and over £6 million in revenue, all through organic video content. No ads, no funnels, just content that actually drives action. And if you want your content to do the same, it starts with understanding why your videos might not be converting yet. So let's break it down. Sometimes it's a content problem. You're giving away value, but none of it connects back to what you actually sell. You're educating, but you're not guiding. Your audience enjoys your content, but they don't see it as a reason to buy anything. Sometimes it's an offer problem. Maybe your product isn't positioned clearly, maybe you haven't made the transformation obvious, or maybe you've just never really communicated why your offer matters in the first place, so people don't realize that there's anything worth paying attention to. Sometimes it's an attention problem. You might be losing people too early in your videos. They're not sticking around for long enough to hear about your offer, warm up to your message, or build any real trust. And sometimes it's a consistency problem. You post now and again when you feel inspired, but you haven't shown up enough times for people to remember who you are and what you do, and people rarely buy from someone that they don't recognize. So if you're sitting there thinking, my content isn't converting, don't just try to make it better, try to make it more intentional. Now, here is the part that most people never get told. Your content doesn't need a sales script, it needs a sales environment. Think about your favorite brands or creators, the ones that you follow, trust, and buy from. Now, you didn't buy from them because they pitched you well, you bought from them because their content built context around their offer. That is essentially what you need to build, context and not just content. Context is what makes your product feel relevant. It's what makes people say, hey, this is exactly what I need right now. And it comes from creating content that shows your offer in action and not just in theory. So instead of thinking, how can I structure this post to sell? Ask yourself, how can I show what it's like to actually work with me? What is it like to experience the results that I offer? Here are a few ways to do just that without making your videos sound too salesy. Start with perspective content. Content that challenges how your audience currently sees the problem. Help them to realize that what they think is the problem actually isn't. And this builds demand naturally because people don't buy when they understand the solution. They buy when they realize that they've been looking at the problem completely wrong. Next, use demonstration content. Show how you think, show how you solve, not by listing features, but by narrating your own process. Talk through a decision, break down a recent client win, explain reasons behind a framework. That gives your audience a taste of what it looks like to work with you without ever needing to pitch. Then bring in the transformation content, not just testimonials, but real stories. Walk through what's changed for a client, what life looked like before and after, what roadblocks came up and how you helped them to navigate it. This shows the experience of your offer and not just the result. And finally, don't forget bridge content. These are the videos that connect your valuable insights directly to your offer. Something like, if this resonated and you're at the stage where you need more structure around your content strategy, that's exactly what I can help people do. That's the subtle thread that links content to conversion. But again, it's not about turning your videos into a pitch, it's about making your offer feel like the next natural step. And you do that by weaving in your message, your approach, and your results through your content in a way that builds clarity and confidence in your audience before they ever even hit the buy button. That is the secret, if you can really even call it a secret. Your content isn't there to just inform and entertain, it's there to create a world around your offer, a world where people want to step inside it. And if you want to level up your content even further, here's a few different tactics that I personally use all of the time. Bring in social proof. Talk about real clients, real results, and real transformations, and make your offer feel tangible and make success feel achievable. Create lead magnets as softer conversion points. What you've got to remember is that not everybody is ready to buy right now. They might be ready to download a free guide or subscribe to your newsletter or join a list that that gives you the time to build trust in the background. And when they are ready, you will be the obvious choice. And above all, keep showing up. This is really important because the sale rarely comes from the first video. It comes from the 10th, the 15th, the 50th, from the moment that someone says, I've been watching your videos for months and I'm ready to buy. That is how real content-driven businesses are built, not on viral moments, but on consistent trust-building videos that move people closer to your offer one step at a time. Now, if you want some support in getting started with that, I break this stuff down every week in my free newsletter. No fluff, no theory, just practical systems, strategies, and content ideas that you can actually use today. And if you're serious to create content that actually drives sales, and you want the tools and the support and the accountability to build your content properly, the first email that you get sent will also contain a private link to get instant access to become a member of the Content Club. For those of you that don't know, it's my community for small business owners who want to create high quality content consistently without wasting time, burning out, or second guessing every post. It's packed with resources, guidance, and weekly support to help you stay on track and get better results from the content that you create. Whether you join or not, don't sit this one out, because creators who win aren't chasing likes, they're creating content that sells. They're building trust, and they're doing it all with intention. And the beautiful thing is that there is plenty of space and plenty of time for you to be able to come on yourself. So if you now want to level up your own content while staying on YouTube, you can watch this video that teaches you specifically how to earn money as a creator with less than 1,000 followers, or you can hit that subscribe button right here to join me on the wild ride that is creating weekly, or at least I try to post weekly, YouTube videos about content creation. And until then, I shall see you in the next video. Ciao.